I want to start by saying welcome to our field of dreams. This is truly a grandiose moment, a spectacular, scenic venue. I spent 2 hours in the playground this morning on the monkey bars and on the merry-go-round, fell only 3 or 4 times. What a spectacular entryway, and of course to this incredible diamond. You know, I thought on the drive in this morning, how appropriate that this plot of dirt, this acreage of Iowa farmland at one time has the 2 greatest names you could possibly ask for: Veterans Memorial Park and the Miracle League Diamond. I just think the 2 go hand in glove. The players are chomping at the bit, as you can imagine. And I've been chastised wearing a Yankee jersey. I grew up a Yankee fan back in the 60s when Mickey Mantle was my hero, everything to me. And then Camden's back here giving me a bunch of you-know-what because she's got that Sox jersey on. And the Sox are having a lot better year than the Yankees are, so I tip my cap to the White Sox. But how appropriate that we have this event the week of the great spectacle that will take place about 15 miles due northwest of us. So it's a great week for baseball and a great week for the Miracle League. Lots of people to thank, lots of people to tip the cap to also because they've all hit home runs. And you're going to you're going to hear from a few of them right now. First out of the gate, it's only appropriate that we're represented and welcomed by the city of Dubuque. Mayor Buell wanted to be here today, but had another commitment. So let's welcome to the microphone, first off, Councilman Danny Sprank. Danny?
Thank you, Gary. Thank you. Well, good morning and happy Miracle League of Dubuque Day. I'm Danny Sprank. Yeah, thank you. I'm Danny Sprank. All right. Thank you, Gary. I'm Danny Sprank, Ward 3 City Council Rep and Mayor Pro Tem for the City of Dubuque. I'm honored to be here today and to participate in this great event on behalf of the Mayor of Dubuque and the City and my City Council colleagues to celebrate this amazing new facility for all of our community members to play along with their peers. In case you're not aware, today is actually Miracle League of Dubuque Day in Dubuque. An official proclamation was made by the City of Dubuque, and I'm going to read part of it. Whereas on August 10th, 2021, will be the official dedication of the Miracle League of Dubuque complex located at Veterans Memorial Park. And whereas Merle and Mary Sancher and Tom and Carol Whitney and the entire Miracle League of Dubuque board display exceptional compassion, vision, and commitment to provide a beautiful space for all community members regardless of abilities to play along their peers. And whereas private citizens, service clubs, organizations, foundations, and businesses of the community of Dubuque and the entire tri-state area should be commended and recognized for their generosity to the Miracle League complex. And whereas the pure joy and love of life radiating from the faces of those who have and will continue to utilize this inclusive and accessible space will be seen at a complex for many years to come. As you may know, the funds of this construction project were raised privately by the Miracle League of Dubuque. The City of Dubuque donated the land and is maintaining and operating the complex. City staff will be working with Miracle League representatives on programming and activities for the complex. This is a wonderful example of private and public partnership that helps our community be more inclusive and equitable. On behalf of the City Council, City staff, and Dubuque residents, congratulations and thank you to everyone involved in this project. You are what makes our community great. This complex is a treasure that will make difference in the lives of everyone for years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Pro Tem Mayor Danny Sprank. Our next speaker This doesn't happen without the city of Dubuque's blessing, and certainly without great benefactors and people who provide the very backbone for a project like this. As you can imagine, it takes a lot of time, dollars, and talent to build a beautiful structure like this that will last forever and ever. Joe and Linda Cloppity have been such great citizens from the outside looking in. We consider them Dubuquers, and certainly natives. Joe's from Chicago originally, came and attended the University of Dubuque, met his lovely wife, Linda. They have been so generous with their time and talent down through the years, primarily with the University of Dubuque, but the entire city. And today, we are only too grateful for their support of this facility. Let's welcome Joe Cloppity to the microphone.
Good morning, everyone. You know, when I heard that Gary was going to be the MC, I said nothing was going to keep me away. Gary, just one thing, too. I've been given an assignment by Coach Day at Ohio State to pick your brain for anything I can find out about the Hawkeyes before the season starts.
All right, I will give
You know, as Gary had mentioned, I came to Dubuque for the first time, or really, to go to school in the fall of 1964 and graduated in '68. And I fell in love with the town. My folks did too. My mom and dad loved coming to Dubuque to football games each year. My mom loved shopping at Roshek's. Maybe there are some people around here that remember that store. But it was just a great time and a great era. As events and time went on and things evolved, and I was fortunate enough to help the University of Dubuque, there were opportunities that came along to do more for the city of Dubuque. And when this idea for a Miracle League came up, it really entered my mind very quickly. When I was still active with my former company, ADS, we were building a plant in New Jersey, and one of the ways that we felt that we could help the area was by building a miracle field in that township where the plant was built. And I really got involved at that point and realized and understood how important this would be for so many children. I grew up as a youngster west of Chicago in a small town and just loved baseball. That goes back to the days when there were only 16 major league teams, and none of which were west of St. Louis. I mean, that's going back a long way, but I lived and died. I played baseball. I couldn't wait to get the Chicago Tribune every morning, John, to see who won games and what was going on. But when this idea came up, Linda and I both felt that we had to support this. And this is a wonderful way to celebrate baseball, which at one time, and I still believe, as the American pastime, and all children should be able to participate in baseball and have that experience. And this facility, which is absolutely magnificent, will allow that to happen. So I don't want to take any more time. It's warm out here, but Linda and I are glad to be here. We're so thankful that the weather is good from the standpoint of no rain, although this afternoon I'm hearing there could be some storms coming through. Counter to Gary, I was born and raised in the Chicago area, and I'm a diehard White Sox fan, so, you know, I'm just hoping on Thursday night that the Pale Hose make it happen and they come walking out of that cornfield and really give it to the Bombers. So once again, thank you for being here, and good to be back in Dubuque.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks to Linda as well, and the Cloppity family. He's from Chicago. He's a Buckeye, though. He had great success with his company in Columbus, and it branched out nationally from there. And so he's always a UD Spartan, but he loves the Buckeyes too. And I bring that up because I introduced Joe. I was part of the introduction for Joe and Linda a few years ago to Kirk and Mary Ferentz. And they are such tremendous, and I'm not here to toot their horn, they're going to be upset with me, but they are huge with children's hospitals over a good portion of America. There's an incredible facility in Columbus, Ohio State University, and obviously you know about Stead Family Children's Hospital in Iowa City, where many of our young athletes today have received treatment or therapy a time or two. So we appreciate the Cloppity's support in many, many different ways. As we do our next speaker, like the Cloppity's, great entrepreneurship, great community involvement civically and charitably, the Butler family we all know and love. And so here's the patriarch of Cottingham and Butler, Mr. John Butler. John.
Thank you. Thank you, Gary. You know, I never thought I'd be a patriarch, but here we are. So, Alice Butler, is my partner, is very sorry that she can't be with us this morning, but it didn't work out. But she joins me in being most enthusiastic about this lovely project. It's so pleasing to be here today to join you at the opening of our Miracle League complex in Dubuque. You know, Alice and I have long been believers in the merits of athletics. I'm pretty sure we share that with the Cloppity's. The merits of athletics for each of us in each of our lives. Call it what you will, play or athletics or friendly competition, socializing or just fresh air. It is essential for mind and bodies to prosper. And some bodies have to work harder than others, and this is going to be a huge benefit for them. I am told that there are some 10,000 people in our area between the ages of 2 and 32 with disabilities who will use this splendid complex. Isn't that great? So this is a great, great project for our community, and we're delighted to share in the celebration today. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Thanks to the Butlers. Our next speaker has been a driving force, like many people, behind this project in general. He's driven by the need, he's driven by the end goal, and he is a well-known businessman in our community, outstanding attorney for many, many years with the O'Connor Thomas Law Firm. Let's welcome John O'Connor to the podium. John? Now we've completed the triumvirate. We have a phenomenal fanatical Cub fan with us. So go easy on him.
Thank you, Dolph. And good morning to all of you. It is my privilege to be here today to say thank you for all of those who have made this wonderful facility possible. I can't mention the hundreds of people that have contributed to this facility, but I've chosen a few who have made a special contribution. First, every team needs an owner, a general manager, and a coach. And Miracle League of Dubuque has all of those. And Mary and Tom Whitney, Mary and Merle Sancher, and Carol and Tom Whitney. They have been fabulous for what they have done. It was their initial dream, their dedication, and their teamwork starting in 2014 that made all of this possible today. Thank you to the Sanchers and the Whitneys. Early on, Tom and Merle knew that they were going to need some help, so they reached out to the Community Foundation of Greater Dubuque. They reached out to them to help create a vision to support their dream. The vision allowed Merle and Tom to contact donors to fulfill their dream. So a special thank you to Nancy Van Milligan, Amy Modernock, and Faye Finnegan from the Community Foundation, who worked with Miracle League to put all this together. As Mayor Pro Tem mentioned earlier, this property is city property. So this could not have happened without city cooperation. The facility here today wouldn't be here without the cooperation of the city through its city manager, Mike Van Milligan, and the city council. So thank you to them for all they've done and their cooperation. But there are two special people at the City of Dubuque that were really hands-on in this project. Marie Werb, the Leisure Services Manager, and Maureen Kwan from the Legal Department, they helped put all the legalese to bed so this park could be built on city land. Marie and Maureen were tremendous advocates for the city, but at the same time were wonderful advocates for this project. And a special thanks go to the two of them. Thank you. Everything you see here today was constructed by our general contractor, Portson Construction Company. Mike Portson, the president of the company, was instrumental not only in the construction, but in the planning of everything that needed to be done. And as usual, Mike's company delivered a project on time and on budget. Mike, to you and your company, thank you for another fine project completed. There are always a few legal documents that need to be put together in a transaction, but one of the most important was the tax exemption with the Internal Revenue Service. My colleague at O'Connor Thomas, Holly Cushman, was responsible for the tax exemption for Miracle League so that all of our donors could receive an appropriate deduction for the contributions they made. Holly, thank you. And speaking of our donors, we wouldn't be here today if it weren't for the donors who gave over $4 million to make this dream a reality. I could mention the name of our donors today, but I am sure I would miss someone and don't want to do that. So most of our donors are either sitting in the third base dugout or the first base dugout, or the Clappertys or Mr. Butler sitting behind me. If you see them, be sure to thank them. And thank them again and thank them again, because they stepped up and made a dream a reality for this whole community. Thank you. But it isn't just big donors. All of our donors, whether big or small, have stepped up to the plate, and they've effectively hit a home run for the entire community. This facility, while starting out as a dream to help special need families, turned out to be a project for the entire community. I have visited this park on several occasions, and I continue to be amazed at the usage it receives. Just last Sunday, I stopped by and saw a family, husband and wife and kids, playing on this field, hitting ground balls and fly balls to each other, and practicing to improve their baseball skills. Additionally, the playground area right behind us is used by everyone. Again, my visits to this facility, I am amazed at how the entire community is benefiting from what's been built here. This facility is for everyone. It's always amazing to me that when we try to do something good for the benefit of others, it ends up benefiting us. This park is another great example of that. As I mentioned previously, the $4 million that has been raised to go into this park isn't the end of the need. The park still has expansion needs to make it more convenient and accessible to everyone. The playground area has additional equipment that could be used and implemented that wasn't in existence 2 years ago. The board of directors of Miracle League wants to be sure that no child ever has to pay a fee to use this facility, and the board also wants to be sure that no child ever needs any equipment to play on this field. With that, we continue to need your help. The future needs are very important to Miracle League of Dubuque, so please continue to help us. We are celebrating the Field of Dream game this week in Dyersville, and that is a wonderful event for our entire community. But if we remember the saying from the movie, build it and they will come. Well, hopefully, for this facility that Miracle League of Dubuque has built, all of you will remember build it, and they will give to keep the dream alive. Thank you very much.
Thanks, John. Well said. Time to hear from our couple of our all-stars who will be participating today. Let's bring up Camden Reisner. My notes are blown away. Camden Reisner and Logan Walker, a pair of 15-year-olds who will be running up and down the field today. Let's welcome Camden and Logan up here. Come on, guys. How about this? How about I hold the microphone for you? Here. Why don't you get on one side of the podium? You stay right there, Cameron. Here, Logan. We want you facing the crowd so everybody can get a look at your beautiful faces. This young lady, I helped judge a beauty queen contest that she was in a couple of years ago. And had we not had 100 entries, she'd have won every trophy. All right, ladies first, you don't mind, do you, Logan? All right. Okay, I'll hold the microphone for you, okay?
Hi, my name is Kayla. I'm really like coming here for many reasons. I can play and compose with my best friends and my brother and my sisters all by myself. I do not need my mom or my dad to help me as much as the fun. I always love to play ball. My brother and my sisters are all their own baseball and softball team. They and here I can play on a team just like they do. I hit the ball and won the base all by myself. I had so much fun. Thank you.
How about that? Camden. All right, dude, you got a tough act to follow, but I know you can do it, all right?
I know that my dad think about the body going down and slide. I hope you when I play and we have over there. I love people, love you, it's great because it's so
Spongy.
I think I can feel that I want to because I can make the baby go in baking.
Can't wait to play baseball here. Good job, guys. I love the line, he likes to play here because the field is spongy. Feels good on my feet too, Joe. And all right. Thank you, Camden and Logan. That's what it's all about. Those two young folks and the teams that they'll be participating for today. And at the head of the pack, leading this charge, among others, is the president of the Miracle League of Dubuque, a good friend of ours, Merle Sancher. Merle?
Thanks, Dolph. Good morning to all. As president of the board of directors of the Miracle League of Dubuque, we sincerely thank each one of you for taking time out of your day today to be a part of this special dedication ceremony. We especially thank you for cheering on the athletes who are playing in our very first Miracle League baseball game here at the Dubuque Miracle League complex. I want to personally thank Gary Dolphin for taking time to be with us today, for making this day very special for our athletes and for our donors and friends. Thank you to all our speakers. We are grateful for your heartfelt messages. Thanks to the many volunteers working today, our Miracle League board members, our City of Dubuque employees, and many community volunteers. The dream of building a Miracle League baseball field in Dubuque was originally a dream of a great teacher and a coach, Coach Wittry. The dream began with Coach Wittry's passion for baseball, for people with disabilities, and his belief in the dignity and value of every human being. Coach Wittry was a teacher for our son Matthew. and also his baseball coach at Hempstead High School. Coach Witchery gave Matthew a chance to be a part of a baseball team. This was truly one of the best joys in life. Thank you, Tom. Great friendships were formed through that team, bonds that still exist today. One of Matthew's teammates was his good friend, Grant Vogt. Tragically, Grant lost his life in 2008. But part of the legacy Grant's family and friends began to honor Grant included a baseball game for people with special needs. This game showed the very real need to build a facility that is flat and smooth for everyone to play together. Then Joe and Linda called us and shared their hope to build a Miracle League field in Dubuque. The dream came to life after that meeting. We are so grateful for the support of over 500 donors giving generously so we were able to build this beautiful Dubuque Miracle League complex for all children and their families in the community. There are so many people and organizations to thank for getting us from the dream to the accomplishment of today's dedication event. It's not possible to name everyone, but please know that we are grateful for every dollar given, for every hour volunteered, for every talent you have shared with us to build this complex. The public-private partnership between Miracle League, the City of Dubuque, and our many generous donors to build this complex is a wonderful benefit for our city and its citizens. The Dubuque complex was given back to the city on July 6th of 2020, over a year ago. Because of the pandemic, we could not hold the dedication ceremony or play baseball games at that time. With plans for a Major League Baseball game back on schedule this year at Field of Dreams movie site, we received opportunities for partnership with Fox Sports, who connected us with Topps Baseball, then Good Sports, and even arranged for authentic jerseys for today's players, compliments of Major League Baseball. We once again thank Fox Sports for arranging these wonderful donations for many children who will play Miracle League Baseball here in Dubuque. Because of the famous movie, Field of Dreams was filmed so close to us in Dubuque County, many of us love the story in the film. Over 5 years ago, we adopted lines from the movie that are still true today. If we build it, they will come. So we have built it. Now everyone will come and enjoy the Dubuque Miracle League complex. Thanks to all.
Mr. Kloppity has a sentence he'd like to utter. Here's something you forgot. By the way, I need to get a Columbus Clippers jersey. That's what I need to get. If you can work that.
I can make that happen. I don't want to take any more significant time, but for me, coming out here to Dubuque is an elixir. You know, as you go through life and you're faced with challenges, whatever, if I'm a little bit down, I'll say to Linda, we got to get out to Dubuque. We got to get out to Iowa. And so I think maybe I'll just close by saying this. Has everybody seen the film? Oh, yeah. Well, and I think I have this the correct way, but somewhere in the movie, you know, Kevin Costner is talking to his wife, and I think she says to him, as they see the field, she says, honey, is this heaven? He goes, no, this is Iowa. You know, so anyway.
Thanks, Joe. That's a great way to conclude our program. You've been very patient and honorable, and now we get to enjoy why we were all here today, other than thanking the great people behind the scenes. There is another speaker we wanted, another potential speaker we wanted to bring out and say hi, but if you know the McCoy family, they don't like microphones. They like to blend into the very fabric of the community, but Mike and Judy McCoy from the McCoy Group are here, and they've been very instrumental in making this happen today. They're right over there. Thanks, Mike, Judy, and the McCoy family. Okay, as Merle said, if you build it, they will come, and they will come, and they will play. And later on, if you want to go, hey, Dad, want to have a catch? You're more than welcome to do that after the game today. So here's what's going to happen in the next 10 minutes or so. We're going to obviously remove the tent and the poles right behind me and the podium. We've got great volunteers ready to do that, and we'll get the diamond quickly set up. It's ready to go. The chairs will be placed in the third base shade area, and the speakers, you're more than welcome to sit there in the third base side of the field under the shade. The White Sox, the Sox moved to the first base dugout. The Yankees moved to the third base dugout. There will be a first pitch of the game. Our Hall of Famer, Coach Wittry, will throw the first pitch to another Hall of Famer, Coach Ed Fan from Wahlert High School. So we got Hempstead and Wahlert going to be here today. The gloves and balls guys are in the concession stand for this area. Players on each team, we'll announce them. I've got my sidekick, my good friend Tim Larry, sports director at KDTH. You hear Tim throughout 12 months. He's doing softball, baseball, football, and basketball on KDTH, among other things. We're going to get everything ready to go, and then all players, here's the format. The White Sox will take the field because they're the home team. Somewhere around here, Shoeless Joe's spirit will be with us all. The Sox will be the home team. The Yankees are the visitors, therefore they bat first. And the batting team stays in the dugout. Buddies watch for balls, etc. Safety is of the utmost importance. All players will bat each inning. There are 13 Yankees, there are 15 White Sox players. Please be sure at the end of the inning, we're going to have the score tied at 15, okay? Everybody's a winner here today. So we'll play 2 innings. Everybody gets to bat, and hopefully everybody gets to score, with all due respect to our pitchers, all right? So enjoy the day, and let's play ball.